Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RDA. This is your Manchester United versus Brentford match preview, in which is a day later after the Newcastle result as well. I've had a sleep, I've had a reflection on it, and I can safely say the anger is still there, the frustration, the disappointment, everything is still there. Nothing has really changed, in my opinion. Don't think that it is still good. I can't. I was trying to think of positives, even if I maybe overreacted. Am I deeping it too much? And I don't think I am. I don't think I am. I am still very upset. And like I said, we were promised. Ten Hag promised us, and this team promised us after Liverpool smacked us for 7 that they won't allow things like this to happen again, and that we needed a reaction. Well, lads, there ain't no reaction. This isn't a reaction. The Fulham. I was even thinking back. The Fulham win that we got was very lucky. It was the one game where luck was actually on our side. But if we remember that game clearly, Fulham were the better team up until a certain point. And then, like I said, Lady Luck shined upon United and we got the win that day. But Liverpool smacked us. That Fulham one, like I said, we scraped. And now we drop points to Newcastle. Our league form is not good. It's not good, lads. Where is this? Let me pull up the table. So we're now out of the top four. Well, I say out of the top. We're talking about currently playing this game as I'm speaking and recording the video. But regardless, yes, we do have a few games in hands, but I've always said I'd rather have points on the board than games in the hand. Our league form is gone to 2 losses, 1 draw, and 2 wins. That ain't good enough. That ain't good enough. We haven't won a league game in the last 3 games. And I think it needs to change. It has to change. Let me say, I don't think it has to change. This Brentford game has to be a win. It must be a must win. I want a good win. I want a confident win. And I want to see a change. You know, I do want to see a change. I want to see a change in the attitude and I want to see a change in the performance because I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I can't tell you what it is. I don't even know what Ten Hag is thinking right now. What will Ten Hag do? What will he think going into this game? I do not know. But from a personal opinion, I would make a few changes. I think I would. I would make a few changes, sacrifice some players in that certain team that should not play this Brentford game. Should absolutely not. And I think we'll have to take it from there. I think you got to be stern on the players, and I think that they need a reality check. And I don't know how we can give that to them. I don't know how Ten Hag can give it to them. I would always just swear the life out of them personally. I'd love the hairdryer treatment to them, but who knows what's going on behind the closed doors at United, But something needs to change, that's for sure. I think we can all agree that we cannot have any more poor results in the league. I mean, people say we might have top 4 wrapped up. I don't think we have, lads. I think it shows clearly that one player suspension, Casemiro, this team can fall apart. It can fall apart. And I think you look at that midfield and you think there's no Ericsson really to also come in and substitute for a couple of games a year, or maybe try change a game. You got Bruno, you got Sabitzer, you got Fred and McTominay. We know what the story is with Fred McTominay. Fred has had good spells on form lately, this season specifically, but we know the full story about Fred. We know the full story about Scott McTominay. Sabitzer is a good player, but he's currently doing things he's not suited to do. But he'll put in a shift, and he's better than Scott McTominay and Fred, no doubt about that. But can't really expect too much from him. Bruno's form has been abysmal. It has been abysmal. And he needs to fix it as well. But it's not the only one. It's not just Bruno. The whole team, probably in general, could do with some improvement in their game. I'd say. But yeah. Anyways, so Brentford are currently 7th. They're only 2 places behind us, lads. They're only 2 places behind us. I don't know what the point difference here. Okay, it's a 7-point difference, but still. 2 places behind us in 7th. Brentford's form also in the league hasn't been that great. 2 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws, so quite similar to ours. If anything, as sad as it is, it's actually better than ours in the league. The last 5 games are better than ours. Where are we playing this game? We are playing it at home. We are at home, so you would expect a win and a positive result, especially with the home support backing these players. And if you can't do it at Old Trafford, I don't know what else then. Then we've even really lost progress because Old Trafford has been good. Our results at home have been good. Away, yes, we have struggled, especially in the league. We have struggled, but things have got to change, and there's no better place to do it for a reaction, which should have happened last game because of the Liverpool result. We should have had a reaction last game. We should have had a reaction at Fulham. Like I said, I deeped it, and I remember Fulham was very lucky. I almost tend to forget just because we won the game doesn't necessarily mean we had a great performance. So yeah, there's that. Um, anything else? Is there anything else I need to tell you about the Brentford game? Obviously, yes, there's no Casemiro. Yes, and we have to talk about the team. But before we get into the team, I think let's just talk about how I think this game will go down. Well, I think from Ten Hag's perspective, there is one way you can change it, and that's obviously with the personnel you pick and select for the game against Brentford. Brentford is a good team. They are in good form, like I said in the league. Um, maybe overperforming. I don't think so. They do have threats with Tony scoring goals quite frequently these days, and overall they're just quite decent. You know, they are quite decent. And United, I think we will see more of the same. If he picks the same team, I don't expect a different result. You go with Big Horst, you go with that midfield. For some odd reason, if let's just say I doubt he'll do it, but let's just say he does drop a not a Maguire, does drop a Varane or Martinez, it ain't gonna go well. I said it in the match preview against Newcastle. Uh, Without Casemiro, you know, because I forgot he was suspended in that match preview. It is late. It is actually late. We forget how reliable we are on Casemiro. So without him, regardless, no matter who you play, we're gonna struggle. We're gonna struggle, and I don't know if we will win this game, but I would hope we would, especially because we're at home. I really hope we would beat Brentford because we also need a reaction. So I think the only way he can change it, um, differently is maybe to bring in a few new players here and there in certain positions. Which those players are, I'll get to you I'll give you my opinion when I talk about the team I think he should select and he might select going into Brentford because I think Ten Hag he should know that something needs to change. Maybe it'll be a small thing here or a big thing there, but something does need to change. You can't keep just going with it and hope that it fixes itself. So in goal, depth there obviously has to start. No problem there. Thiago Delo versus Aaron Bissaka for me is still a coin flip. I would get a new right back completely. But to be honest with you, I'll put it blunt. I think well in general I am very blunt and I am very negative as a United fan and very pessimistic. But three players I could replace them all if it was up to me. But as for now, let's just speak about now. I don't want to go on a tangent on something else. As for now, who would I pick between the two? Maybe Wan-Bissaka just to be a little bit more defensively assured. That's about it. That's the only reason I pick him. Because I think defensively, we just need to close it up again. And offensively, let's hope we can get a couple of goals here and there because that has dried up significantly. That's where big change is also needed. So yeah, I'll probably play Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Centre backs don't change. Varane Martinez, they've been fantastic. Wouldn't change them at all. Luke Shaw has to play left back. You could argue that Malaysia could play because Luke Shaw hasn't been that great, but I think Luke Shaw is still the better left back, so you play him. Midfield is where the problems are, and you don't really Ten Hag. This way, I do feel for Ten Hag because he doesn't have options. He doesn't have options. But if it was up to me, I would play Savage. I would play Fred, and I would play Bruno Fernandes at 10. Just dropping Bruno was keeper was kind of needed, but honestly, it just didn't work. And you might as well have Bruno in your best position. Probably put Savage in a box-to-box role and Fred as the defensive cover. And I think you would instruct Fred to be that defensive cover because if anything, Fred is not great. He's not Casemiro by any levels, but he's definitely better than McTominay, and he has done that role a little bit better than anyone else has as a backup, especially with the recent form. I don't understand why Fred just fizzled out of the team actually. I know he had that sickness or the illness or whatever it was that he missed a couple of games, but just never got back into the team. So maybe bring Fred back into the swing of things. The front line, Vegos has to get dropped. There's no two ways about it. He has to get dropped. Martial played. He came off the bench. He's fit. You play him till he breaks. That is my opinion. So I would start Martial. No two ways about it. You probably play Rashford on the left because there really isn't. Al Sancho can't advocate the point for him. And I will keep Anthony on the right. So all in all, I'd probably make two changes. Maybe at right back just to make it a little bit more assured at the back. Midfield, I make one change, bring Fred in for a little bit more tenacity and offers a little bit more than McTominay. And in the attack, I'd bring Anthony Martial on. And I'm not saying that alone can win you the game and fix our form, but it's the right direction. It is the right direction to go, I feel, in my opinion. Martial's better than Vegas. Fred is better than McTominay. It's a coin flip between the right back, but honestly, on form, Aaron Bissaka is probably still better than Thiago Delo. So on form, he probably gets in. Anyways, regardless, whether or not Ten Hag will do that, I do not know. It's dead to be seen. We'll see what he does. We'll see what the game plan is. But I would never expect Ten Hag to stray away from his philosophies. He's supposed to be a high position, high chance creation manager. Right now, we are playing very much Ollie Ball 2.0. That's what it looks like, especially without Casemiro. This is Ollie Ball 2.0. So I need to see high position. I want to see high chances created. I want to see a couple of goals. I want to see the defense that has been so good this season. And let's take it from there, lads. It's going to be a tough game. No two ways about it. This is going to be a tough game. And we're not going to just get 3 points just by showing up. We got to work for it. We got to do the business, dominate the ball, create the chances, score the goals, lock it out at the back, and happy days. So in terms of my score prediction, Martial's in the team. I love Martial. Everyone knows I love Martial. There's no hiding that. If you're a long-term viewer of the RDA, I do love my boy Martial. I know I'd probably get rid of him as well, but it is what it is. While he plays, I always have that soft spot in my heart for Martial. But Martial surely gets you a goal, whether it's an assist, penalty, something, creating. He probably surely gets you a goal. From midfield, maybe you're lucky, you get one here and there. But at the moment, I don't think United are good for one. I mean, good for more than one, sorry. So I think United score one, we can keep a clean sheet. So my heart says 1-0 to United. My brain says we might leak in a goal, but we'll probably score a goal and draw it 1-1. And is a point good? No, it's not. It's not good. We need 3 points in this game. But yeah, let's just see what happens in it. Let's just see what happens. But other than that, I hope you all enjoyed the video. You let me know your thoughts ahead of this Brentford game. Let me know your score predictions in the comments down below. And as always, do smash a like, do subscribe, and I shall see you all very soon. Goodbye.